clipping at all. Everything's in balance. I do want to turn down this little drum I added just a tiny bit. Maybe add some EQ. In terms of EQ, maybe eliminating some of the lower end of this frequency, this mid-frequency dominant sound. Maybe take out some of the top end to make room for a hi-hat. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with the drums. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to focus on drums, and then we'll move to other members. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to feel around the drum pad to see what I like. And this is just a random kit. It's a stock kit. It's Absinthe. Okay, I like that. So it's like a sort of opposing beat. And I might even mess with the panning a bit. I messed up. So these two members of the drums, like the sort of bongo sounding sound and this sort of, I'm not sure what to call this, but the second sound I just add, it's almost as if the bongos, or what I suspect to be bongos, is sort of communicating with or going back and forth with this other member that I just added. So let's give a listen. I'm going to add some quantization. Let's see what this sounds like. I feel like the sound I just recently add is like a percussion. It's a little too high frequency, so we're going to actually turn down the pitch a bit. It's a little bit better. Maybe I'll add a compressor to give it a little bit more presence, because it's kind of sitting in the background, and it could be due to a low channel volume. Okay, so now I'm going to look for something else to add to this beat. Oh, I like that. It's a little different. I'm going to definitely take this to the future with this one. It's a bit industrial. Turn down the volume a little bit. Oh, messed up a little bit, so I'm going to have to actually go back. And let's see what this sounds like. Just hitting off on the offbeat. I want everything to fit like a puzzle. Obviously, you can tell that some of the notes were hit a little softer than other notes. I'm going to fix that. In Logic Pro, they have this pretty cool feature called MIDI transform. I learned this later on in my years of, more recently. I'm still new to Logic Pro, even though I've been making music in it in 8 years. But MIDI transform allows you to basically equalize all the velocities of each note that you played during a segment. Let's see how this sounds. Maybe I'll pan this a little bit because I don't want this to be too center dominant. I'm playing with panning a little bit. Maybe I'm going to turn down that because it's screaming out a tone, but I don't want it to be too apparent in the track. I want this to sort of be in the background. So you know what? I'm actually what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some mid-side EQ to sort of make that tonal sound become sort of the background. Make it our scene, not necessarily a primary centerpiece of the beat, but like a sort of ongoing thing. So maybe like a plot for the beat. So I eliminate the mid frequencies. I'm actually gonna raise the side frequencies. You know what? I actually remember I actually panned that. I'm gonna not pan it to the left, and I'm gonna put it in the center again. Still taking away the mid frequencies. You kind of feel like you're in a move or what, a movie or something. So now, for the moment of truth, we're gonna actually try to incorporate a snare. What snare? I'm not sure. We're gonna try to look for that because I know that's what y'all have been waiting for a while. Just hearing this beat. Remember, I'm just making this with the beat pad, so this is like going against my normal standard way of making a beat. Trying to challenge myself. Ooh, I found something else. It's not. It sounds a little different. No, I'm gonna incorporate that. Yeah. Oh, I messed up. So it's like on every other offbeat. There we go. I just needed to record two, and then I'm just gonna loop it, quantize and loop. Same thing. I do need to find the snare though, and it's not gonna be the easiest task because with this sort of aura we're kind of creating with this beat, it's not the easiest to come up with something to match the sort of surrounding we're creating. Right now I'm just going through my beat pad and just trying to find a sound that I resonate with. I'm gonna try this other kit. I got distracted once again. I don't know if this is gonna be a snare. I might actually use this little shaker. I'm not. I don't know if we need to add the snare just yet. Okay, so that's cool. I kind of like that. It's kind of it has a different type of industrial type of sound. It has its own characteristic sonically. Let's see where this goes. This isn't look, this track isn't like meant to be a banger or anything. It's just something I'm building with no intent. I'm just letting it happen right now. Completely natural. So like if there's any preconceived notion that I came in here with a plan, there is no plan. I'm just gonna let it work out, see where it goes. Gotta turn down that tambourine. We're getting closer to 0.1, so I actually do need to find this snare, but it's kind of tough. I might mess with this snare. It's kind of weak, at first when you hear it, but maybe when we add a compressor, it kind of adds some life to it. So I'm just gonna take the snare, add a compressor that's in mono, go to snare. It's hitting harder. Let's actually turn down the pitch a little bit. The thing with stock hits, you could just tell it's stock, but it's okay. We can manipulate it any way we want to make sure. So let's see how this sounds. I'm gonna actually turn down the pitch a little bit more because I'm just not really feeling it. I hate when you scroll and it just doesn't work. So I'm gonna do some EQ on this thing because it just sounds kind of dirty. Like it needs some love. So we're gonna do this. Not take out too much of the low end, but just looking at the audio file, Some of these frequencies don't need to be here. No, I'm gonna go with that one because the snare is a little different. It has this original sound. I mean, it's not my taste, but hey, let's try to make do what we have. You know, I'm not gonna go reaching for another snare. It doesn't have to be the perfect snare. It just needs to be something that fits with it. So I really like that snare. It's really tough. Like I'm really in a tough predicament. So let me actually. I'm just gonna click on some snares, see if there's something better because it's just not hitting me. I think I like that. I'm gonna actually switch the snare right now. I'm gonna see how this one. Not really my vibe. This is, so oftentimes this is like my hard, like this is like where I have the most difficulty. It's like finding that snare that it's like perfect. Maybe it's a side shot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try the side. I'm gonna try the rim shot. Let's see how this goes. Could be. Doesn't really fit. I'm gonna give this one a shot. Not gonna give up. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna mess with this one. I rock with it. Okay, I'm gonna start messing around with the synth. Mind you, I'm working with a beat pad, so it's not like I can make an intricate melody. So I'm gonna have to really just work with what I got and see what I can do with some of these presets. So I think I'm gonna go with the soundscape because soundscapes they don't really require chords. Like you could just like literally like you could do that and you can have some sound. Oh, this is one of my old favorites. You know what? There's a sound in there that's like it's just not vibing with me. I think that's just a little too loud and it's a little too it's too much to be honest. Might take away some of the high end, dull it down just a little bit. It's a great sound. It's just not doesn't need to be the forefront of the sound. It more so needs to be a shadow Doesn't need to be the main entree. It needs to be like a side. I'm just playing around with the soundscapes. Yeah, I like this one. I'm just playing around with the notes. Lots of these have very slow releases, and I could just decrease the release, but I don't know. It takes away from the authentic sound, so I'm gonna try something else. Oh, I like that. 3, 4. No, I'm gonna actually decrease the amount of delay. It's really bothering me. It's just a little too much, and I want to decrease the release, make the release a lot more looser, so I can have a little bit more flexibility. Okay, so I know what I'm about to do. So it's like, there we go. So still a little bit too much delay for my taste. So I'm gonna actually delete, like decrease the delay a little bit, like significantly actually. Now I'm gonna see if I can add an 808 to give it that sort of popular sound. Oh. So I'm just opening up Kontakt. Oh, it's not playing right now. Trying to figure out what's wrong with so I guess my beat controller isn't picking up the note range that these 808s are in. I'm having trouble. Let's see. See if the plugin can start acting right. It's just not. Could be just my beat pad, it's just not compatible in terms of picking up these specific notes. Let me adjust something. I'm actually trying to figure out why my beat pad doesn't want to coexist with this specific plugin. Let's see if. So right now I'm just gonna use my keyboard plugin. I mean my keyboard on my computer. It's probably easier that way, anyways, because at least I'll be able to map out where I'm supposed to go. So as you can see, we got the 808 on deck, and usually I have to adjust the 808 I have to turn up the 808 because it's too low, but that's probably because I wasn't, watching my metering, rookie mistakes. But now my 808's actually too high, which is actually a good thing because I can just simply decrease it rather than have to add to it to make it fit in with the rest of the mix. I'm just gonna just browse some of these sounds. I like that one. That's gonna be like choice one. I like that. Let me mess with this one. Oh, I didn't even realize I was recording. No wonder it sounded like it was a bunch of mess. So I'm actually just trying to find a melody. Not really vibing with this sound. I'm actually going to take out the original kick. I just got to find it. It's a little busy. I'm going to take that out. Sometimes you have to do some introspection and see. That's a word. I don't even know. Sometimes you have to, just inspect the beat and see if what you're doing is too much. I'm not trying to record. I accidentally pressed R. Remember, I'm using my computer keyboard. Not the easiest thing. kind of tough. This one is hard because it got such a tone to it. I'm gonna have to make an adjustment. The sound is too dominant. I'm just gonna take that out for a moment. Let's see. Strip this beat down. Okay, that's simple. It's really simple. So, I mean, this is okay 808, but it's not exactly the one I want. I just was using it to record it, so I'm just gonna go through the sounds. So what I'm gonna do now, I have this like sort of idea. Maybe I need to reduce some of the high end on this one. Maybe decrease the overall volume of the 808. Still use a kick. Not that kick, but a different kick. Just searching. Gotta search again for another kick that actually meshes with that 808. I don't know if the one we had necessarily did it how it should have meshed. I'm starting to think more and more the 808 is just not for this song. So I'm just gonna take out the 808. See, this thing is just a rabbit hole. But we're gonna keep trying. So now I'm gonna try to add a kick now. It's all recursion. You just gotta do it over and over until you find something. Can't really quit. Once you quit, or once you keep going with something, and if it's not going the right way, don't keep going in the direction that it's, not supposed to go in. I low-key wish I brought my keyboard, but this is actually a challenge. Because it's kind of telling me not to rely on so many elements, so much equipment. All I have is a drum pad. Basically, it's just like you have to remain focused and motivated. You can't succumb to complacency, even if you have limited resources or whatever. Gotta try your best to take what you got. So I'm just gonna keep messing around with this. Once again, my controller is just not interacting with the current plugin, so I'm just gonna have to finagle it. gonna work with that. Yeah, so now the keyboard is kind of sort of taking the place of the 808. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. Something very simple. Ah, here I go, just messing up. And I think it's because I recorded. I have to remember. So I think excuse me, I'm just trying to figure out what notes I'm trying to play. It's kind of hard to work with the keyboard on your computer, but yeah, there we go. And you know what I'm about to do with that piano. Less is more, more is less. And I'm gonna do my favorite thing I like to do with bright sounds, because I like the sound, but it's a little too bright for me, so I'm just gonna add my favorite plugin. I'm not gonna tell you the plugin. Pitched it down a little bit. I want to change this piano. It has a little bit too much reverb, too much room. I don't really want it to be like, it's not that it's muddy. It's just not the sound I need right now. I'm not in love with the sound. Still trying to look for that sound. This is a 1946 pre-piano. I'm gonna try a toy piano. Not really. Still searching. It's a search, but just gotta keep going. Not gonna be easy. Nah, that's not working. Eh. Kind of like this. Now that I've gone through all those choices. It sounds closest to like the original. Actually, this sound, I actually like it. I actually want it to modulate from left to right. So I'm going to actually use like a sort of tremolo. So it's like rotating in your head. So it's hitting 2 times. So I want it to hit left, right, left, right. So I'm manipulating. So I'm manipulating the sound so that you can get this on both sides of your ears. Sorry. I thought I added the plugin. Here it is. Just adjusting it a little bit. I do need to EQ this a little bit. It's a little too much high information, like high frequency information. So I just want to decrease that, the high cut, a little too much. But I still want you to hear it from left to right. I don't know. Can you hear it from left to right? You hear it from left to right? You hear it straight up. Huh. Let me see. This is on stereo, so it should be working. Let me, You hear from left to right now? Like moving just a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. The effect isn't that like noticeable. Maybe I need to add the tremolo first before the EQ. I think I hear it now a little bit more. Yep. Because I think I was compressing it after, and what it was doing was the compression sort of minimized what you heard. So let's see how this one sounds. Actually, maybe to increase the effect, I'm going to use some mid-side compression. Mid-side EQ. And basically eliminate lots of the mid frequencies so we're not distracted by any mid information. It's just like let's see if you hear it now. Hear it a lot better, right? The left right? Yeah, that right left. Yeah, well, same thing. Like it's like I realized like what was happening was I had to eliminate lots of the middle information to sort of make the tremolo apparent and actually occurring. But I'm actually gonna give some of the high frequencies back so it gives it more character and you can actually hear it. Oh, yeah. I'm not even sure how to like rotate it. Maybe it's like some sort of. I'm not sure how to like switch it from left to right. Let's see. I'm just gonna play around with that. Let's see how this one goes. Huh? Oh, my output? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it looks like I'm still at -4, so I'm gonna turn everything up. Nothing's clipping, so that's good. I'm doing well. So at least it's not clipping. That could be worse. It's better to be lower than higher. It sounds too gimmicky. I'm going to. Okay, so that was soundscapes. It wasn't gonna work. We're gonna try a vocal synthesizer. Let's see. Oh no, that is not what we want in this track. As you can see, I'm just fooling around. Alright, it's getting a lot. Like, it's just a lot is going on right now. I feel like I'm getting out of standstill. Can't give up. Maybe like just a little bit. I'm almost there. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm almost there. That's almost what I wanted to do. I'm gonna see how this goes. This is tough with the pad. Ah, uh, not the easiest. Oh, this is a long process. Making a beat with a pad. Wait, okay. I think I got it now. I'm gonna keep it as is. I don't think that's too bad. Not being complacent. It's just like I don't have that much time. All right, next part of the song. Yeah, I think I'll end it off on this note. This came out pretty nice. I'll let it ride out a little bit more. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me on Chase the Frequency. It's always a pleasure. And I'd like to have you back. Definitely join me on our next episode. Peace.
You're listening